suggestive language, programming. Someone the other day told me I needed to be deprogrammed. Somebody who's a free thinker that thinks for themselves and has an opinion doesn't need to be quote unquote programmed. You have the right to think whatever you want to think. You have the right to do your own research and come up with your own facts. And it really wasn't until, out of all of the political candidates, that this person is the one that fluffed up to the top of the pile that I broke away from the Democrat Party. I find him and Kamala Harris insulting. How are you a part of Black Lives Matter, marching all over the place, ripping, rioting, and tearing up innocent people's stores, and you throw your support behind two people that perpetuated the very system that you say you're fighting against? There are plenty of crooked police officers that Kamala Harris refused to prosecute. But everybody wants to, ooh, police, ooh, she the first black, she the first black to step on the crack and shook it like that. She the first black. We got that cherry popped with Obama and he sat around for 8 years and didn't do nothing for us. So all that, the first black and the first this and the first that and the first. You people are happy with tokenism, symbolism, and I'm speaking of black people right now. You're happy with tokenism. You're happy with symbolism. You're not happy with substance. You're crying and you know, all this, oh God, and oh, police, and all this other stuff because Kamala Harris is the vice president. That's a reason to celebrate that a token was put into a high position. There were tokens in the master's house during slavery, but most of the blacks were out in the field getting their ass beat. You can celebrate the tokenism of people being put in a political elite positions, but you can't celebrate when the masses of blacks were having record low unemployment. And you really got to think about that. When the masses had record low unemployment, that was no reason to celebrate. But when a single solitary person is put in a position of power, in a high position of power that no other black person has ever had before, that's all you're satisfied with because you're more concerned with optics. You're more concerned with tokenism than you are with any type of substance. You ask the house Negro during slavery, how are things going? And they would say things are going fine. You ask the field Negro how things were going, and they would tell you things not going all that great. So don't think that just because this white man picked a black person to stand with him in the house means that that's supposed to do something for the rest of us out here in this country. Because only thing I see with this person is a bunch of tokenism and symbolism to hide the fact that he's a frail, weak, corrupt, compromised, sellout, pay-to-play politician that has been ruining this country for decades. That's why there needs to be age limits and term limits on every single office in this country. I don't give a damn if it's from the president to the senators to the Congress to the dog catchers. There needs to be age and term limits. The media conspired to hide the fact that this guy is highly compromised. Everything they're saying that Trump was, this man is. That's what the left does. They will tell you that you're doing something that they are doing. And then they'll use their buddies in different media outlets to convince you that Sally is the guilty one when John is really the guilty one. But I'm going to make this video short and sweet. While this person is You heard how he talked to the black civil rights activists. You heard how he talked to them, right? He talked to them like they were dog doo-doo on his shoes. And you people are so proud that you put him in office. I'm going to follow this over the next, if he even makes it through the 4 years. I'm going to follow this because all of you people who say, yeah, I know Biden is racist, but he better than Trump, and I know this and I know that, and I know Kamala Harris not shit and this and that, but we're going to get them in there and we're going to push them. How come you haven't been pushing these people all along? This man has been, what does he say? A cry for racial justice. Some 400 years in the making moves us, Biden said in the nearly 23 boring minute long speech promising to heal a divided nation. A cry that can be any more desperate or any more clear. Well, if you've been hearing the cries, you've been certainly hearing them for the past nearly 50 years that you've been in public office. And the only thing you've managed to do is make things worse. So now, after you guys get over all the rosy cheek, yay, Trump gone. Okay, Trump's gone. Now it's showtime. My question to you would be, what are the consequences if these people don't do anything for you? What are the consequences? Because I didn't see not a damn thing for black people in that executive orders that he did. Nothing. So you're throwing all your votes and you're throwing all your power behind somebody who has kicked you in the ass all these years. You look like fucking fools. You look like idiots. Marching around like Trump-carrying ants with picket signs and all this stuff in the air during the Black Lives Matter marches, running around like Tasmanian devils, tearing up people's stores just so you could get some sneakers and TVs. And then you throw your support behind the very people that had their foot in your ass. I want to understand how stupid you look. Then you cry about racism, but yet you want to applaud the tokenism that's going on in the Biden administration. Oh, I'm picking these people because they're black. I'm picking these people because they're a woman. Next time somebody gets a job, a promotion on your job just because they're white, I want you to clap for that. Since you clap for tokenism, since you clap for people being chosen because of their race and not their substance. I want you to clap for that. Because it's starting to look like you're just jealous that somebody else is better at being racist than you. You guys know how to march. You know how to tear people's shit up. But you don't know how to push to get anything for black people in this country. Because you keep voting for the same tired assholes that don't do anything for you. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Start pushing. Start pushing. Oh, well, he just got in there. Yes, you know. Well, he's up there making executive orders already. Oh, he just got in there. Let's just give him some time. He just got in there. He just got in there. And then a year later, oh, well, it was just his first year. Oh, it was just his first year, yeah. This man is the president. He's got a half Jamaican black person on his arm for optics. You know, he has a majority in the Congress. He's got majority power in the Senate. Start pushing. Start pushing. And let me know what are the consequences if he don't do nothing for you. What are the consequences? because you're going to turn around and vote Democrat again. So what are the consequences if they don't do shit for you? What are the consequences? If there are no consequences, then that's why your schools are always underfunded and overcrowded. That's why the potholes are all up and down the streets. That's why you're over-incarcerated. That's why you spend more time in prison with cruel and unusual punishment. That's why you only have a teeny-weeny percentage of the overall wealth of this nation. That's why you pay more in interest than every other race when you get any type of loan, home loan, car loan, fish fry loan, any kind of loan. Start pushing. Now that you've got over the now start pushing. Push it. Push it. Push it till this guy leaves the White House or drops dead. One or the other. Push it. Since he's such an ally, and since Kamala Harris is such an ally, and since so many tokens are in high positions, there were black faces in the master's house during slavery days. But that didn't stop the niggas in the field from getting their ass beat, raped, and killed. Now you got these blacks in these high positions. Now you got this person who claims he's not a racist in a high position. Start pushing. I want to see what he come up with. Because he talked to the black civil rights leader like they were dog doo-doo. Okay? He's already let you know what he thought of you. Kamala Harris let you know what she thought of you. But you guys didn't hear it. You didn't want to hear it. Now they're in there. Start pushing. And let me know what they come up with. And let me know what are the consequences if they don't do shit for you. Because you can't push if there are no consequences. You can't push for, you're pushing for this and that and that and this. Well, what if I don't do it? Then what? Oh, I'm just going to vote for you again, massa. I'm just going to vote for you. We're going to go vote again. Democrat, we're just going to vote for you again. Well, then I don't have to do it for you. Prove me wrong. I want somebody to prove me wrong. That this strategy, and the only reason why I'm speaking about this is because what the majority of us do as black people affects the rest of us. God damn it. It's embarrassing. You're making fools of us. It's embarrassing to me as a person of pride that we're being played for a bunch of suckers and fools. I hate for somebody to think that I'm a fucking sucker. What are the consequences if they don't do shit for you? What are the consequences if they don't fund the schools in your communities? What are the consequences if they don't stop making it where blacks are paying more interest than everybody else? What are the consequences if they don't stop the cruel and unusual punishment and lengthy sentences of criminal activity? What are the consequences for making those prisoners work for free while people in these billion-dollar companies are forcing these prisoners free slave labor? What are the consequences? What are the consequences? Now, I'm not saying you go pick up some guns and go storm the Capitol. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you pick up stuff and start tearing up innocent people's stores and stealing their merchandise. What are the consequences politically when these people do not follow through and get things done that you say is affecting us? What are the consequences? What are the consequences?